finally, Douglas, on something entirely different, Piers Morgan's new program is going to start on this station tomorrow. And he's come out over the weekend and said that Charles and Camilla will be a great king and queen. I've got to say, I don't agree. I think Charles will be a disaster. But I am very interested in your view on what sort of a king Charles will make.
Well, I have to say, I don't like thinking about the subject because I dread to think what happens. In a way, I dread to think what happens when Her Majesty the Queen dies. She has been such a figure of solidity throughout all of our lifetimes. I do agree with Piers as it happens. I think that there have been times in the past when, Charles has got involved with sort of right-on causes. He's intervened in politics far too much for a member of the royal family who just should never do that, as the Queen has shown in her own life of service. Rise above it, stay above it, and don't get involved in it. Prince Charles, when he's been younger, has been involved in it, and I think that's been a big mistake. But as he's grown older, I think, become less so. I think that there are many issues which he's been extremely outspoken on in a good way, for the good. He has sort of turned around some of his younger statements about being defender of the faith and much more. I think that the thing everyone is going to have to get used to is there is definitely going to be a very sharp and tough gear change with the next change of monarch, simply because we've been so used to the extraordinary length and success of the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. I do agree, though, in my limited interactions with them, that both Charles and Camilla are very dedicated to service to the nation, to the Commonwealth. They are, I think, a very good double act, as it were. And then I think, I don't know how long, obviously, King Charles, as he would be on the throne. But we have Prince William and his wife, who I think have hardly put a step wrong. And for royals growing up in the generation they have, that is quite remarkable. And they really do have a sort of star quality. So I don't agree with the sort of naysayers. I think that the monarchy is a great institution for continuity, for stability. And I actually do think that the main line of the monarchy is in safe hands. But also, I might add, if it's true, the story that came out recently, that Her Majesty the Queen insisted that Prince Charles and Prince William should never be in the same helicopter. Again, apparently it happened recently. I completely back her up on that, because the one thing that would absolutely destroy the monarchy is if there was some terrible calamity and we ended up getting King and Queen Harry and Meghan. And I think that would do the institution in for good, and 1,000 years of tradition would be destroyed just there.
Oh, that is the stuff of nightmares. Don't even say that. Nightmares. That is every Republican's wet dream right there. All we can say is long live the Queen. Douglas Murray, Absolutely. Thank you for joining me tonight.